Today we'll be making a Filipino noodle dish called Pancit Canton. There you go, we'll go with this one. So, Pancit Canton is a flour stick noodle. It's a very thick, kind of like a chow mein. So we got the noodle, and then let's get our other ingredients. Now we're gonna look for some Chinese sausage. I don't know what's a good brand. I don't really care. We're not gonna need a lot. We're just gonna need a just gonna need a little, so we'll go with this. So we have our sausage. Next is we need some Napa cabbage. Last will be the Napa cabbage. We don't need a lot, we just need a little one, but these are freaking huge. We don't need all that. Let's see if we can get them in Walmart instead. Yeah, these are way too big. I don't want to end up wasting it. Today we're going to make a Filipino dish called Pancit Canton. It's a thicker pancit recipe in the Philippines. So here are the ingredients for our dish. 1 to 2 cups of green beans, chopped in a bias angle, or if you don't want to do it that way, you can just cut it into 1-inch pieces. And then we're going to julienne the carrots thinly. That's just 1 carrot. This is optional. This is Chinese sausage. It's sweet. I also cut it in a bias. I diced 1 small onion, or you can use half a large one. About 6 cloves of garlic minced. We're gonna use pork. I'm using pork belly here, and then I chopped it up into small cubes. And the chicken, we're gonna need some shredded chicken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use 1 small drumstick. I'm gonna boil it and then shred it later, and then we're gonna put that shredded meat in the dish afterwards. Also, we're gonna use soy sauce, and to start the show, the flour stick or the Pancit Canton noodles. Also, you're gonna be adding seasoning with salt and pepper. You can also add in fish sauce if you want. So these are the ingredients for this dish, and let's get started. We're gonna start off by boiling some water for our chicken. We are also going to be adding 1 cup of Napa cabbage, just chopped, not too fine. You can also use regular cabbage, but I find that the Napa cabbage is more softer and gentler compared to the regular cabbage. But it's up to you. You can use regular cabbage or Napa cabbage. So with our water boiling, we're gonna add in our chicken. You can use any type or any part of chicken you want. I'm just using drumstick because I have a lot of these in the freezer. So, and you can also add in as much as you want. I don't need that much meat into this. I'm just adding in the chicken and the pork as a protein to add on to the dish. You can also add in shrimp for this. It goes perfectly, but I'm just going to use chicken and pork for now. Also, if you want, you can also add in chicken liver to this dish. I know there's a lot of people that, especially foreigners, they're not really crazy about chicken liver. So, but you can add it in, but try to put it close to the end so that they're not overcooked or they don't get too hard. So we're going to cook this chicken through, and then when it's done, we're going to pull it out. And we're gonna peel those chicken out away from the bones, and then we're gonna use actually the stock that we're using here from the chicken to add to our dish. So on the other side, we can start cooking everything else. So let's heat up our pan to high heat. Once our pan or wok is hot enough, add in some oil. I'm adding probably 1 to 2 tablespoons. And then we're gonna start by sauteing the garlic. Then we can start adding in our onions. Again, this is 6 cloves of garlic minced, and then about half a large onion or a whole small onion. Now we can reduce our heat to medium-high. And we're gonna add in our pork. The pork is probably a good 1 cup, and I diced it pretty small. I try to keep everything small because the star of the show here are the noodles. You don't want everything big in big chunks. So also, if you're not into the pork fat or anything, you prefer leaner meats, please do use any type of or any part of pork you prefer. I just have too much pork belly because I buy them in big bulks. You can season a little with salt and pepper. And then once the pork just starts to change color, we can add in our sausage. These are Chinese sausages. I use probably about 2 or 3 pieces, and I just chop them in a bias. Kind of like the green onions. I mean the green beans. Okay, let's check on our chicken here. Let's flip it over on the other side. Probably gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes for that to cook. All right, we're gonna be adding in our carrots next. Again, this is 1 carrot, julienne, pretty thin. Reduce heat to medium, and then let's cover it up. Let it cook for about 2 minutes. Now the meat has been cooking for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Let's add in the green beans. Again, you don't have to cut the green beans like this. It just looks nice making it like that because I don't know, it just looks better like that. But you can just cut it pretty much in 1 inch length. Also, we're going to be adding our 2 tablespoons of soy sauce for flavoring. Let's cover it and cook it for 2 minutes until the green beans are soft. So let's check on our green beans, see if they're getting soft. A few more minutes. Just continue cooking until the green beans are soft. The green beans should be soft. What we're gonna do now is add in our Napa cabbage. Again, you can use regular cabbage on this. I just prefer the Napa cabbage. It's more softer than and it doesn't take long to cook it compared to the regular cabbage. So just toss them around. Cover and let cook for 2 minutes for the Napa cabbage to wilt down a little. In the other side, our chicken should be good. Let's turn off the heat. Pull out our chicken, set it aside to cool so we can shred it. The water that you used or that you got the chicken from, we can use that as a stock later when we cook the noodles. So let's just save it there for now. And let's wait for our chicken to cool down. Now the meat and vegetables should be ready and fully cooked. We are gonna set them aside, put them in a bowl. Let's turn our heat to low first. Let's place everything in a bowl. And in the same pan, we're gonna add in the chicken broth that we got from the drumstick. Let's bring that to a boil. Let's cover it so it's faster. We are now bringing our chicken stock to boil. And then I also shredded our chicken. So it's up to you if you want to add in more chicken. You can use like what, 2 drumsticks instead of 1. This is just 1. I'm just trying to put a little protein other than just the pork and the sausage. So I just put the chicken back in to fully cook that, just in case they're not totally cooked all the way. Now we're gonna add in our Canton noodles. If you can get it out of the bag. And if you can put everything all in without falling in the floor. So what we're gonna do here is let our broth absorb all that. Our noodles absorb that broth and softening it. So leave it covered, keep it on medium-high heat, and cook it until it's soft or pliable. Let's check on our noodles, see if it's soft. So what we're doing here is pretty much just letting the steam cook it and soften it. See, it's nice and soft now. Toss them around, make sure you're cooking the bottom side also. This is like a Filipino version of chow mein, the Chinese chow mein. So once it's soft, we're gonna toss all our stuff back in. Just toss them around until they're well mixed. There's times also where I use, I add in 1 chayote with this, and I cut that into juliennes. And also sometimes I add in some shiitake mushroom. Just play with the different ingredients. There's nothing wrong. That's what cooking is, just exploration, and it's pretty much a work of art. So make it your own. So what we're gonna do is continue cooking it for probably 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna taste, see if the seasoning is perfect, and then we should be ready to plate after that. Let's go check on our noodles. If it's too dry, you can also add in more water or more broth. So let's turn off our heat. Let's try out how it tastes. The noodle has a nice mild flavor, so you don't want to overpower it by putting too much seasoning. It's good. Now, if you're eating this, what some people usually do is add in like soy sauce on the side or fish sauce on the side. My family, we love using what we call patis manse, which is patis and calamansi. Patis is fish sauce and calamansi is like a Philippine lemon. We combine those two and it gives you that nice tangy saltiness dip. So we just put a little drop of that while we're eating this, and it's heaven pretty much. So anyways, here's our finished dish. It's called Pancit Canton from the Philippines. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.